Hello, welcome to Richard's Theory of Everything, all to do with bowls. Now, in previous videos, I've shown you about grip and delivery and aiming down the line. So you'd think, well, that's it really, isn't it? You're technically perfect, but there's one little thing that's the problem now. Weight, finding your length. And it's such a common problem that I think it's a great video to tackle. Now, first of all, people will say, oh, well, it's just experience. You can't really teach the length. It's just you keep bowling and eventually you'll find where you are. But that doesn't always work out. What if you're playing a while and you're getting a bowl away smoothly, but you can't get that correct weight? It's so frustrating. Here are some things you might consider. Are you looking at the jack? Now there we are. I've got 3 jacks lined up. I'm going to pick one, but wherever it is, you have to look at the jack and you have to get it inside your brain. You've got to think it. And when you do that, your whole body is geared to getting that bowl near there. It's not a technical thing. It's like it's within you. If you bowl the jack as a lead, then you've got a very good idea where the jack is. That's an advantage. If you're the other lead, or you'll come later in the rink, the jack is already there. Now, what you don't want to do is be chatting away like this, and then oh, I'm going to bowl, okay, like that. You're going to the mat cold. What you need to do is to have a look where the jack's gone when your opposing lead has bowled it. And then, if you're later in the rink, take an interest in how the head is developing. And then you'll get a feel for when you'll skip at the other end and you come back, you've got that feel of the length, so that helps. So that's number 1. Get a feel for where the jack is, so you've got it in your mind. There is you can fine tune this by getting the exact measurement of how long it is. To skip the other end, we'll say, oh yes, the jack is 1 yard up from the tee, 2 yards or meters up from the tee. You know where your mat is. You can kind of think the distance, but that's a theoretical thing. If your eyesight is good, there's no reason why you can't judge that for yourself, and that's your way of getting it inside. But if your eyesight's not so good, then knowing that exact length does help. Another problem is not being able to make these fine adjustments. What happens is you're about a yard short and you over adjust it. You think, I've got to get there. Or the opposite if you've bowled too long. Now, a yard isn't much in terms of the extra weight and touch you're putting on it. So that's something to remember. Don't overcorrect. Just think that extra, or take a little bit extra off, and you'll find you'll get closer than if you try and push it. Another thing is, your delivery style may be troubling. It may inhibit, if you like, finding the correct length. And one of the most common things is, you start learning outdoors where it's heavy, it's very heavy, you have to do a big swing, big stride, grip the bowl firmly and right down the ring. When you come indoors, yes, it's quicker, wider, you don't have to bowl as fast, but a lot of people retain that too big a swing. So they go down here and then they suddenly have to stop because they're going too fast down there. What you need to do, if you realise you're doing that, and somebody else may tell you, is to make your whole, if you're overswinging it, is to make things much more compact. So you shorten that, so you consciously are shortening everything up. So that's a basic thing that overrides a lot of the other things I've told you. So not too long. The opposite can happen if you both start indoors, of course, and you're going like this, and then you go outdoors, I'm afraid you won't get halfway down the rink. So it is a different game, and when we go outdoors later in the year, I'll be telling you more about that. Number 5 on the list, you're not mentally seeing the correct length. Now, what that means is it's not going inside you. I know I said one of my first points was you've got to study the jack and kind of internalize it. Well, sometimes it doesn't go in. But when it does, you can rely on your body to give you the right length. So when it's firmly in your mind that it's a long jack, your body will do the rest. Your body will obey your mind and automatically give you the required length and smoothness. And similarly, if it's a short one, your body will adjust it for you. You don't have to think, oh, it's long, I'm going to do that, or I'm short, I'm going to do that. You've just got to let your body, your mind control it. Finally, changing conditions on the green. Now, outside, there's big changes. You start a game, the sun comes out, it speeds up. But indoors, not much. But if the air conditioning goes off or on, the conditions can change, and it can make, a couple of feet difference on a full length. So you just got to be aware of that. The general rule is about adjusting your length. You have to concentrate and know where you've bowled when you bowl the bowl. If you just bowl it and don't think what's happened, you've got no reference point to when you make your next bowl and what adjustment you've got to make. Once it's in your mind what you've just done, your mind can then make the adjustment. So concentrate on every delivery and be fine. To wind up, we're going to have 1 or 2 drills. I've put 3 jacks down there. This is one of the drills. You bowl to the short jack, then you bowl to the medium jack, and then the long jack. I'll give it a go. I'm not really warmed up, but we'll give it a go. And as long as you get the adjustment, but it's a practicing of it. So I'm demonstrating that this is a drill you can have as a changing from bowl to bowl. So you've got to have it in your mind. So we'll start off with, say, a medium one. And I'll see how close I can get. And then see how we go. While that's going down, I'll pick another bowl up. So that's a bit short of medium. Now I'll try go for the long one. So you've got to immediately concentrate on a long jack. See how that goes. But it's a change from one to the other that's important. So there we are. I'm not far off the long jack. I'll now switch to. Now I've immediately got to switch to the short jack. Get it in your mind. Get it in your mind. Look carefully at the short jack and see how we go. How's that? Oh, there. That's not bad for 3 bowls. We'll leave that drill after that then, because I've done quite well on that. The next drill is to bowl your bowl and then make fine adjustments each time. So you bowl it to a certain length and then add 2 feet, add another 2 feet, add another 2 feet. Bowl to that jack. I've got it in my mind as to where that is. So I'm now a bit short. So I'm now going to add a yard onto that. And that's another drill. That's a fine adjustment. The idea is you make adjustments one after the other, get longer and longer. One last drill, and that is something related to internalizing how long it is. You can test this by you look at the jack and then close your eyes for a few seconds and bowl and see how you get. And that means you've internalized it, so you to such an extent that your body. So let's give it a go. All right. So I promise I'm shutting my eyes. I'm looking where the jack is. I'm now going to shut my eyes for a few seconds. I'll now open them. Bit narrow, but you get the drift. I'll try one more. Just go. I'll aim a bit wider before I. Right, you ready? I'm going to close my eyes now. Still a bit narrow, but you can see the idea. You can get pretty close with your eyes shut. Okay, so they're the drills you can have. There's 3 of them. There's the short, medium, long, switching to and from. There's the shutting the eyes, and then another third one is taking fine adjustments. So to conclude, practice is good. Doing these drills will help you, and hopefully you'll be finding the length much, much better. So thanks very much. Thank you for all those who subscribed in the last few days. And here's another one. And if you've got some help from it, please subscribe, because I've got lots more ideas for you in the next few weeks. And comment and like also. Thank you very much for once again tuning in, and see you soon. Bye.